Rosie Jones's Disability Comedy Extravaganza, a celebration of disability and comedy curated by Rosie Jones. Starring Will Robbins, Bethany Black, Jake Lambert, Dan Tiernan, Lara Ricote, and of course, Rosie Jones.
Rosie Jones' disability comedy extravaganza. I named it, and I regret it. When I typed extravaganza, I thought, oh, that's a fun word. I forgot that I have fucking cerebral palsy, and I got to spend all evening saying the word extravaganza. No. So I'm Rosie. Oops. And this is what your voice sounds like on Zoom. When your internet is shit. I tell you, 2 fucking years I've had. Rosie, there's something wrong with your connection. And I'm like, no! Only the connection between my brain and my mouth hole. Get on board. Or fuck off. If you don't know me, I am a triple threat. Yeah. I am disabled, I am gay, and I am a prick. Oh, the BBC love me. And Dave. But this is a problem. It's a real problem for me, and it's why we're doing tonight. I want to celebrate disabled comedians, because at the moment, in terms of disability and comedy on the telly, it is just me. Come on! Be better! I got to So that's why we're here tonight. We're gonna see some brilliant disabled comedians, so you can fucking book them. And I can fuck off to Barbados. On that note, I'll bring on you first. Are you ready? Yeah, baby. So put it together, whoop and cheer for Will Robbins!
Hello, how are we doing? I just want to get to know the room a little bit first. Give me a cheer if anybody here has been on a roller coaster. Woo! Well, good for you. Lovely. Yep, got to know each other. I've done some shit jobs in my time, some bad jobs. We've all done crap jobs, haven't we? For 2 years, I sold hearing aids over the telephone. It doesn't make sense. I remember, it's a true story, I did the job and I said to my boss, I was like, this isn't working out. It doesn't make sense. They can't hear me. Surely it should be a door-to-door thing. We should be knocking on doors. He goes, the problem is the people who need it the most wouldn't hear the knocks. And I was like, that is incredibly profound, Gary. Wow. Yeah, okay. And I've got a slightly better job now. I work as a researcher on Would I Lie to You? And, you know, it's a ridiculous job. It's fun. One of my roles is to write lies for the show. And I don't think there's any other job in the world where your boss might say something like, Will, you're going to need to send me a bunch of lies by 5 p.m. I would love to do that, yes. I do feel a bit worried about short people in the entertainment industry. I remember I got this random message from someone on Facebook and they saw my profile and they were like, I can see you're a short person. Would you like to go on a stag do for money because of your height? And I was like, I work at the Beeb now. No, and I went onto the website and there was just like, they do sort of tequila girls, naked butlers, and short dudes doing stag do's. And I went onto the advert specifically for short people, and it was called Stag Do Midget for Hire title. Already off to a bad start. And there was a list of rules. Rule number 1, please do not pick up or throw the dwarfs. Why is that written down? That is panicking me. I've never seen that written down anywhere. I didn't know it was a thing. So, yeah, also, fun fact, because, you know, tonight is also about learning. The only time you can legally pick up a short person is if they need help doing a line of cocaine off a mantelpiece. It's just good to know. You're just like, lift him up! Yeah, so... And then rule number 2, it said, please try to remember the word midget may be deemed offensive by your dwarf. It's a lot to dissect here. First of all, the word try. Just try. Try, mate. Try not to be racist tonight. You gonna try? That's not good enough. You tell someone to try not to be racist and they say, yeah, I'll try. It's just not filling me with confidence. Yeah, and then, so, also, it's not yours. You're paying for a service. You know, it's like when you rent glasses for a party. They're not yours. You rinse them off and give them back. What I'm saying is just rinse the dwarfs off before you return them. So I'm on this website and there was all these pictures of sort of stags and stuff, and I stumbled across a picture of a blacked-up dwarf dressed up as Mr. T. Now, if anyone thinks that's funny, I mean, yeah, my first thing was to laugh. It doesn't mean it's right, and I'm going through a lot of turmoil. I'm just being honest. He's 3 foot tall, Mr. T, and it's bad of me, shooting myself in the foot here, but it made me laugh. But I looked at the picture closely, and I could see he didn't want to be there. He was handcuffed to, Dave from Stockport, being dragged around the city centre. He didn't want to be there. There was a sadness in his eyes, and I pitied the fool. And thanks. No. So I'm disgusted with this website, and I go back to the original woman who reached out to me. I said, look, I've been on your website. I think it's disgusting. I think it's degrading. It's dated. Like, I think you're facilitating this bad vibes. It shouldn't be done anymore. How much are you even paying these people? And she goes, well, I give them 500 quid a night. I said, why didn't you say that at the beginning? All right, I'm going to leave on this. I was walking down the street about a month ago, and I swear I overheard sort of someone speaking about me, and then they were like, psst, look at that funny man. And I was like, wow, he must have been to one of my comedy shows. All right, my name is Will Robbins. Have a lovely evening.
It's really nice to be here. By the way, that's normally a lie that comedians tell. We come on and we go, it's lovely to be here. We very rarely mean it. We do. It's one of those things because we go, oh, it's lovely to be here. And the other one that we tell quite a lot is we go, you're a lovely audience, right? We mean that even less. In fact, the more we say that, the more we hate you. In fact, if you see a comedian tonight say that more than about 5 times, they think they're dying on their arse. Little psychological trick to try and win you over. That's how we roll. It's a great... I explain all this right at the beginning and let you behind the curtain because I respect you all too much to lie. Because you're a lovely audience. And it's a pleasure to be here. Actually, no, the reason why I say it's lovely to be here, and it is kind of a surprise, is because I've been struggling with getting out, and I've been seeing a therapist for the last 5 years, because it turns out I'm insane, so it's really good value for money. As far as I'm concerned, it's the most important thing. And I always forget when I'm chatting with my therapist that they are doing a job, because about halfway through each session, I will forget and think it's a conversation and go, I am so sorry, I've been talking about me again. How's your week been? Right, and part of the reason I do that is I found out I'm autistic, right? I'm on the autism spectrum, which was just great to find out because up until that point, I thought I was just an arsehole. And I had said this to my doctor. So I went, because that's what I thought it was. And he went, oh my God, no. You are. That's got absolutely nothing to do with being autistic. It never is. You should probably work on that. So I don't want to. But I've been seeing my therapist, right? So, and I love going and chatting with my therapist. And about halfway through, she went, can I just stop you there? Which, if you see a therapist, is the worst part of your week. Because what you're expecting at that point is that you've tried to hide something that they have figured out and are about to tell you. The only thing worse than going, can I just stop you there, please, is what has happened to me on a number of occasions, which is where you tell them a funny story from your childhood, and you get to the bit where they're supposed to laugh, and they don't laugh. They start writing it down. And then they look at you and they go, I'm so sorry that happened to you. And like, no, this is a funny story. Oh, no, I've had a terrible life. This is rotten. Anyway, so she said in the middle of this, I just need to know, can you just tell me how long you've had agoraphobia? And I went, I'm not scared of spiders. Right, and she went, no, that's arachnophobia. And I had to pretend like I was joking. Yeah, of course, comedian, pop out, right, all of that. And in my head, I'm going, shit, which one's agoraphobia? Which one is that one? I can't remember which one. Anyway, it turns out agoraphobia is fear of the outdoors. And I was like, well, thank God for that, because I don't like going outside anyway. So it's probably not going to affect me very much. This is great news. Like, this is the best. Like, of all the things you could have told me I've got wrong with me, this is actually playing to my strengths. This is fantastic. This is great. I'm going to be the most mentally healthy person in the world in a few months. I'll have completed therapy. This is wonderful, but it's backfired since then, because now I'm scared of spiders as well. And do you know the worst thing about that? Can't even take them outside anymore. Just got fucking hundreds of them all around the house under little glasses. It's like the world's shittest zoo. So, it's been quite nice though. I've had quite a good couple of years, because basically it's been me sat at home with my girlfriend, obviously. I've done this job a long time. I know that's never come as a surprise to an audience. I've spoken to at any point, like 20 years, never anyone sat at the back going, bloody hell. Lesbian. Yeah. It's always the last ones you expect, isn't it? Listen, you've been great. I'm Bethany Black. Take care. Bye.
And keep on clapping your hands up for you clapping!
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. How you doing? You good? Good, good. Don't know how to start these things anymore. Good pandemic? It was all right, wasn't it? I'll be honest, didn't mind it. Didn't mind the lockdowns, thought it was all right. Thought the football was better without the fans. So did the players, by the way. The players kept saying it's not the same about the fans here. Can I just clarify? What they meant was it's much better. There is no way your job is not improved by the removal of thousands of people calling you a wanker. Believe me. But, yeah, didn't mind it. Got vaccinated early because I got epilepsy. Get in. Early vaccine, Dave Showcase, finally paying off. Little fun fact for you. Had my first ever seizure during National Epileptic Week. Yeah, which was fitting. No, oh, that's... It's a good thing about epilepsy jokes is I can make them as cheesy as I like, and if you roll your eyes, that is just offensive. But I'll tell you about the first seizure I ever had. Why not? It's while we're here. It was my first year at university. I was in Topshop. I had no idea I had epilepsy. I walked in there, picked up a pair of jeans, fell to the floor, had a seizure. I had no idea what was going on. I woke up. I was still in Topshop. I just woke up. There was 3 women looking over me. Right? I thought I was in heaven. And then one of them just went, "Excuse me." She went, "Do you know what day it is?" Now, I didn't know that was a thing. And I remember just thinking, can you not ask someone else? As though, to me, this woman had just walked into Topshop and just gone, "What day is it?" "Oh, that's that guy there on the floor. The one that's bleeding from the mouth and appears to have wet himself in a pair of jeans that he'll be forced to pay for, which is frankly unacceptable." I was glad when they went under. But I had to go to the hospital, of course, and the doctor was amazing. He told me all about it, all about epilepsy. He said this to me as well. He said, "This has been my first major seizure. This has been your first major one, but you've probably had a thing called absent seizures since you're about 14. We'd have been blacking out for about 5 to 15 seconds, and nobody must have noticed." And I went, "Oh, right." Then I went, "Hold on. I'm not sure what little input I've been putting into conversation." That I was blacking out for up to 15 seconds and nobody noticed. But there is like amazing things they've got now. There's actually an app they've got for if you have a smartwatch, and if you feel like your body feels like you're going to have a seizure, it sort of alerts you and it alerts your emergency contacts to know you're going to have one, which is incredible, isn't it? It's amazing sort of what they can do with technology now and how it's sort of like changing the world. Like, do you know there's one for CPR as well? Do you know this? There's an app, and if you know CPR, you get this app. If anyone around you in the area ever needs it, they press a button, your phone will flash up, and you can get there and give them CPR. It's incredible. I was telling my friend about this the other day. He said, yeah, but would you help anyone? I said, yeah, of course I would. He said, okay. He said, what if you got there and it was Nigel Farage? He went, would you help him? And I went, definitely, because I don't know how to do CPR. But it is amazing. It's mad the way the world is changing with technology. Like, even the other day, I had to go to the doctor's, and I was there to go for a checkup, and I was sat there in the doctor's waiting room. And there was a girl there with her mum. She must have been about 6 years old. She was sat there on an iPad, complaining that she was bored. On an iPad. When I was her age, only one thing to do in a doctor's waiting room, and that was to move some wooden beads. Yeah. That's all you could do, just that. That's all you had, just that. She's there on this iPad, complaining she was bored. At one point, she went, Mum, I need some Wi-Fi. Do you know if there's a hotspot? I was like, how do you even know what a hotspot is? When I was her age, a hotspot was a weird thing you swam through at the swimming pool that nobody spoke about. I'm like, how do you even know what that is? That's not to do with epilepsy, just to let you know I can do other stuff. But I don't want to just be branded as like the epileptic comedian, you know? Start selling merchandise after gigs. T-shirts with like, it ain't easy being sleazy. But, or maybe I should. I'm afraid that's my time. You've been lovely. I've been Jack Lambert. Thank you very much.
Let's get another comedian. Clap your asses up for that
Look at this. This is all right, isn't it? I'm excited. It's past my bedtime. I've had a Red Bull. Get over it. I got the train here, not to brag. Things are going pretty well. No megabus for Tiernan. I was on the train, I was watching YouTube, and that advert came on. You might know the advert. It was that advert. You could be a Royal Marine. Have you seen that advert? You could be a Royal Marine. Fucking hell. Could I now? Oh, yeah. A Royal Marine. Yes. A Royal Marine. Royal Mail Delivery Man, maybe. Royal Marine. I'm dyspraxic. Dyspraxia is a condition that affects my spatial awareness and my coordination. It's hard to social distance when you're dyspraxic. I mean, how does anyone judge 2 meters? I just use my knob. Yeah. No one comes near me when it's out. Lot of perks to being dyspraxic. Free laptop, yes please. Extra time. I'm going to be doing a 6-minute set. I'm doing an hour. I am. You're not having fun, fella. I'm going fucking nowhere. Anyone tries to get me off this stage, it's a hate crime. The Royal Marines don't want dyspraxics. You don't hear that in the adverts, do you? If you could drop a phone, you could drop a bomb. You never hear that. They don't want us. Women don't want me either. I find women very confusing. Women always say they want a guy who's honest. But then the second I tell them I'm gay. Ladies, how do I win? A lot of comedians think I lie about my sexuality to make myself more diverse. Like I've looked in the mirror and gone straight, white, male. Shit! Now, which one of those would be the easiest to deny? I think I'm obviously gay. I'm clearly gay. I mean, look what I'm looking at. What do you think this is? What do you think I'm doing? Think I'm doing new material, do you? An opportunity like this? The Rosie Jones Disability Extravaganza. You think I'm doing new material? Is that what you think of me, buddy? This is my career. I worked years for this. I've come from Manchester. I spent £100 on a train. You thought there were jokes on here. I can't read or write. No. Ooh, only 55 minutes left. I don't date much, right? I still live at home. I live there with my mum and her boyfriend, Nick. Nick, he's got a lot of annoying habits, right? But he's really intolerant of me. Right? He even gets annoyed with me by the way that I chew on the furniture. Yeah, he's got annoying habits though, right? Every night before bed, he makes toast. But instead of lightly, gently spreading the butter, he's one of those, he proper digs at it. How annoying is that? Really annoying, isn't it? And then he fucks my mum. No, Nicholas! Not mummy! I don't think it's just because I live at home, right? I'm not very good at sex. Plot twist. Looks can be deceiving, you know. Fully aware I look like some kind of sex god. But I'm not, and I think it's because of porn, right? I think porn has ruined sex for me. Like, I've picked up bad habits, like things that don't work well in the real world. Like, for example, at the start, I'll do an advert. You could be a Royal Marine!
Clap and cheer for Lara Ricote!
Hey! Hey, how we doing? Good, cool. I'm Lara. I'm originally from Mexico. Not my disability. That is offensive to everybody. My mom is actually the Mexican. My dad's an anti-vaxxer. And my mom's not an anti-vaxxer, which makes me feel really good. But she does believe in the Mayan religion. She's one of, so yeah, that's the correct faith. She's one of 7 people that are doing that right now. Not just because of the whole Mayan genocide, but also because they keep predicting stuff that just doesn't happen. Most people are like, hey, great pyramids, but I'm gonna step outside. Say what you want about the Christians, but they did it right because they never said when. And that's pretty smart. My dad's been an anti-vaxxer for a long time. It started when my older sister and I, we were little, we got vaccinated, our first vaccine in Mexico. And 2 years later, they found out we're partially deaf. They're like, what's her disability? She's partially deaf. They're like, will she get to it? Yes, got it. I'm partially deaf, and my dad, partially deaf in the ears. People always ask me, where is it that you're deaf, Lara? In the ears, mostly. That's where it manifests. My dad was like, oh, obviously, it was a Mexican vaccine that made my daughters deaf and not my DNA because it's very good. DNA. Also, because my little sister, she didn't get vaccinated in Mexico and she didn't come out deaf. She did come out kind of stupid. Nobody's talking about that. I don't know why. They're like, the deaf one, and the stupid one. She has problems focusing, and she's been prescribed Adderall thousands of times, but my parents don't believe in that stuff, so they give her lemongrass instead. I'll tell you one thing. When she's chewing on that lemongrass, she's real focused. She is so fucking focused. I do wear hearing aids. Will sold them to me. I wear them. It was a long conversation, but it worked. My hearing aids, they're hearing aid little glasses, but for your ears. Little wheelchairs for your lobes. Like a little walking stick for your eardrum. Like a crutch for your cochlea. Those are just some cute images for later, in case anybody needed them. I wear them. They're great. They have Bluetooth. My hearing aids have Bluetooth. It's amazing. It's really, I can listen to podcasts as I'm talking to people. I'm actually listening to one right now. It's a true crime podcast. I've been listening this whole time. Okay, so they found these two fingers. They belong to a woman. And the woman is missing. Oh, no. The woman is missing. The husband found the fingers. They think it was the husband, of course. We know the husband's been cheating on this woman. So he's a cheater, but is he a murderer? My favorite thing about being deaf is that my sister is more deaf than I am. That's the medical term for it. She is much more deaf. Actually, doctors say that we're like the same level deaf, but I don't believe it. I don't. No, that bitch is deaf as shit. She's so deaf. There's no fucking way. She can't hear. Also, she's bad at being deaf. Overall, she never tells anyone. I tell everyone, I'm like, hey, I'm deaf. Maybe don't talk to me if possible. She doesn't. She keeps it to herself. And that's crazy, right? Because if you try to answer a question, you did not at all, not even by context here. What? You're gonna sound so stupid, you know? She's not the stupid one. The little one is the stupid one. It's like, don't get out of your lane, we say to her. But my sister's really hot. My older sister, has big titties, big butts. She's tall and blonde. She's hot as hell. So nobody believes she could potentially be disabled, you know? They're just like, a hot girl with no opinion? Jackpot! Oh, okay, fingers found the lady. Okay, weird. Found the lady. She cut off her fingers. Hard to believe. Follow me. She cut off her fingers because she found out her husband was cheating on her. Okay? Ploy to get him back, scare him. Went on a trip, all-inclusive, Louisiana. Just came back. Her husband was so scared. She doesn't have fingers, but she does have a husband. Sponsored by Audible. Oh, comedy with a message. Thanks so much.
Babies with a little break. So go get a drink, have a poo, talk about your favourite comedian, and by God, use their name and not their disability.